The Enigma of Matahari, 13 Shocking and Peculiar Facts. Matahari, the pseudonym of Margaretha Gertrude Zell, is an iconic figure from World War I, encapsulating the essence of a femme fatale and spy. Her life was filled with mystery, allure, and controversy. Let's delve into some of the most surprising and less-known aspects of her intriguing life. Fact number 1. Dutch origins. Born as Margaretha Gertrude Zell on August 7, 1876, in the Friesland province of Leeuwarden, Netherlands, her childhood was relatively comfortable. However, the bankruptcy of her father's business when she was a teenager led to a decline in the family's fortune. Later in life, when she adopted the stage name Matahari, she reinvented herself completely, leaving behind the ordinary Dutch background. The name Matahari carries a sense of mystique, derived from the Malay language meaning sun or literally, eye of the day. Number 2. Exotic dancer in Paris. In 1905, Matahari performed for the first time at the Musée Guimet in Paris, one of France's most renowned museums dedicated to Asian arts. Her performance, which she claimed to be based on ancient Javanese temple dances, was both exotic and sensual. The largely see-through, revealing costumes, combined with her stories of being a Java princess of priestly Hindu descent, intrigued and scandalized the Parisian elite. The city, known for its love of all things avant-garde, embraced her, and she quickly became a star of the Parisian nightlife. Number 3. Her marriage was fraught with tragedy. In 1895, when Matahari was 18, she responded to a newspaper ad from Rudolf MacLeod, a Dutch colonial army captain who was looking for a wife. The two quickly married and moved to the island of Java in Indonesia, which was a Dutch colony at the time. Their marriage was tumultuous, marked by Rudolf's heavy drinking and violent temper. They had 2 children, a son, Norman, and a daughter, Louise Jean. Tragically, Norman died at a very young age, reportedly from syphilis, a disease both parents suffered from. The marriage eventually ended in divorce in 1906. Number 4. Espionage allegations. Matahari's espionage activities during World War I remain shrouded in mystery. Allegedly, she was a double agent for both Germany and France, which made her activities highly suspicious to both sides. In early 1917, the French intelligence intercepted a coded message from the Germans that identified Matahari as a German spy under the codename H-21. Convinced of her guilt, they arrested her in February 1917. During her trial, the French prosecution claimed she was responsible for the deaths of at least 50,000 soldiers. Though she defended her innocence, the evidence against her was overwhelming. She was found guilty and was executed by a firing squad in October 1917. Number 5. Execution by firing squad. On the cold morning of October 15, 1917, in the woods outside Paris, Matahari faced her fate with undeniable courage. Dressed in a long coat and a velvet cloak, she refused to blindfold and looked directly at her executioners. According to multiple eyewitness accounts, she did not flinch or show fear when the shots were fired. It's often reported that in her final moments, she blew a kiss to the men of the firing squad, solidifying her image as a woman of immense strength and charisma even in the face of death. Number 6. No physical evidence. What remains puzzling about Matahari's conviction is the scant evidence presented against her. The French authorities heavily relied on intercepted messages and her own confessions, which she later recanted, saying she had made them under duress. Her continuous liaisons with officers and diplomats of varying nationalities, along with her travels, made her a suspect. But, to date, no concrete evidence, such as documents or coded messages, has been produced to prove she caused the deaths of thousands of soldiers. Number 7. Fluent in multiple languages. Matahari's charisma and allure weren't her only assets. A testament to her intellect was her ability to speak several languages. Born in the Netherlands, she spoke Dutch natively. But as she traveled and evolved, she became proficient in French, English, and German. These linguistic skills undoubtedly helped her navigate the cosmopolitan circles of Paris and Berlin. Furthermore, if the allegations of her being a spy were accurate, such multilingualism would have been a valuable tool, allowing her to eavesdrop, convey messages, and blend seamlessly into various European societies. Number 8. A spectacle till the end. Matahari's arrest didn't diminish her fame or the public's obsession with her. In fact, her interrogations became somewhat of a spectacle. Senior officials, beyond those directly connected to her case, often attended her questioning sessions, eager to witness the enigmatic dancer up close. This wasn't just professional curiosity, many were drawn by her legendary allure and charisma. It's an indication of just how influential and captivating Matahari's public persona was that even in her darkest moments, the high echelons of French society were still drawn to her. Number 9. Failed circus writer. Before the spotlight found her as an exotic dancer, Matahari explored other avenues in the entertainment industry. One of her earlier ventures was as a circus horse rider in Paris. Keen to establish herself in the city's thriving entertainment scene, she took on the challenging role. However, an unfortunate fall halted this endeavor. While this setback could have discouraged many, Matahari saw it as an opportunity to pivot and redefine her career. It was this resilience that led her to explore and eventually dominate the world of exotic dancing. Number 10. Frequent name changes. Throughout her life, Matahari was nothing if not adaptable. As she moved between worlds and roles, she often felt the need to reinvent herself. This penchant for transformation wasn't just reflected in her career choices but also in the names she assumed. From being Margaretha Geertruid Azel, she donned the title of Lady MacLeod during her marriage to Rudolph MacLeod. Her alleged spy code, H21, further speaks to the layers of mystery and intrigue that surrounded her life. Number 11. Pet python as a dance partner. Always one to push boundaries and embrace the unconventional, Matahari introduced a rather unusual dance partner to her act, a python named Samson. Draped around her as she danced, the snake became an instant sensation, perfectly complementing her exotic allure. The inclusion of Samson in her performances was a masterstroke, combining danger, sensuality, and spectacle. Audiences were both terrified and fascinated, ensuring that Matahari's acts remained the talk of Paris. This move underscores her knack for understanding audience psychology and her flair for the dramatic. Number 12. Nearly bankrupt from hats. Before captivating audiences with her seductive dance moves, Matahari tried her hand at a more conventional business venture. Alongside her husband, Rudolph MacLeod, she opened a hat shop in the Netherlands. Given the era's fashion trends, a hat shop might have seemed like a sound business idea. However, whether due to mismanagement, competition, or simple lack of demand, the venture was unsuccessful. The financial strain of the failing business weighed heavily on the couple. Their accumulated debts from this failed venture nearly pushed them to bankruptcy. This business debacle stands in stark contrast to the image of the glamorous and exotic dancer that Matahari later cultivated. Number 13. Symbol of female emancipation. Matahari's life was undeniably rebellious for her era. From leaving an abusive marriage to becoming a celebrated performer and living independently in Paris, she constantly defied the conventions of early 20th century society. Her courage, her tenacity, and her refusal to be bound by the expectations of her gender made her a feminist icon for many. She lived life on her own terms, unapologetically embracing her sexuality and using it to her advantage in a male-dominated world.